Have you ever imagined what it feels like to witness a stadium capable of holding tens of thousands of people, yet it never truly looks empty, even after multiple concert nights? How is it possible that a sea of fans continues to pour in, filling every seat while singing every lyric in unison, making the entire Wembley Stadium tremble with excitement? Many believe that Bruno Mars' global hype would eventually fade. Others assume that after spending so many years at the very top of the music industry, the excitement surrounding him would naturally begin to decline. But what happened at Wembley Stadium told an entirely different story. At one of the world's most iconic venues, Bruno Mars once again proved that he is far more than just a singer. He is a global phenomenon capable of bringing together hundreds of thousands of hearts in a single unforgettable night. So what is the secret behind the extraordinary magnetism that keeps fans coming back again and again? Why are people willing to travel across countries and continents just to watch him perform live? And what happened during this concert that led many to call it one of the most emotional performances of his entire career? Stay with us until the very end, because there are touching stories and fascinating facts that you may have never heard before. Welcome back to the channel where we bring you the most exciting, inspiring, and talked about stories from the world of international music. Today, we're diving into a spectacle that has the entire music world talking about Bruno Mars once again. At a time when many artists struggle to maintain their popularity, Bruno has demonstrated something far greater. Wembley Stadium has once again been transformed into a massive ocean of people arriving from every corner of the world, representing different cultures, generations, and backgrounds, all united for one incredible evening of music. Behind the deafening cheers and endless applause lies a deeper story. This wasn't simply another concert. It was a celebration of loyalty, passion, and the remarkable bond between Bruno Mars and the millions of fans who have supported him throughout the years. Hours before the gates even opened, the atmosphere surrounding Wembley had already become extraordinary. Every street leading toward the stadium was overflowing with fans wearing Bruno Mars merchandise, holding handmade banners, carrying glowing light sticks, and dressing in outfits inspired by different eras of his career. Some had traveled overnight by train. Others had flown in from different countries simply for this unforgettable experience. Families arrived together, couples embraced while waiting in line, and lifelong friends reunited after planning this moment for months. What surprised many observers wasn't just the overwhelming number of people, it was the incredible energy they carried. The queues stretched for what seemed like miles, yet no one appeared impatient. Instead, strangers laughed together, shared snacks, exchanged stories about their favorite Bruno Mars songs, and sang his greatest hits while waiting to enter the stadium. It was as though everyone already knew one another. Nationalities no longer mattered. Languages no longer mattered. The only thing that connected everyone was a shared love for the music of Bruno Mars. Many fans describe this concert as much more than an evening of entertainment. For countless people, Bruno's music has become part of the soundtrack of their lives. Some remembered falling in love while listening to "Just the Way You Are." Others reflected on heartbreak through "When I Was Your Man." Many smiled as memories flooded back with songs like "Treasure, Count on Me," "Locked Out of Heaven," and "Die with a Smile." Every melody carried a personal story. Every lyric awakened emotions that had been waiting for years to be felt once again. As sunset slowly faded over London, anticipation inside Wembley reached an entirely new level. The lights dimmed, thousands of mobile phones illuminated the stadium like countless stars, and an almost magical silence swept across the crowd. Every pair of eyes remained fixed on the stage. Everyone knew that within moments, something unforgettable was about to begin. Then the opening music echoed through the stadium. Within seconds, the silence exploded into thunderous cheers. The sound was so powerful that it seemed to shake every corner of Wembley. Some fans immediately burst into tears before Bruno Mars had even stepped onto the stage. That emotional reaction revealed everything anyone needed to know. Bruno wasn't simply an artist they admired. He was someone whose music had become deeply woven into their lives. The giant screen suddenly lit up with breathtaking visuals. Golden lights flooded the arena, while spectacular graphics danced across every screen. Then, at last, Bruno Mars appeared. The entire stadium erupted. The deafening roar from hundreds of thousands of voices became one unforgettable moment. Bruno stepped confidently toward center stage with his signature smile, waving warmly to every section of the audience. It wasn't merely an entrance. It felt like the return of someone deeply loved. One detail quickly captured everyone's attention. Bruno himself seemed genuinely overwhelmed by what he saw. Several times he paused, slowly looking around the enormous stadium completely filled with fans stretching as far as the eye could see. His smile grew even wider. For a brief moment, he simply stood there, silently taking it all in. Many audience members later said they could clearly see gratitude in his eyes, a quiet appreciation for the incredible love and loyalty that had remained with him throughout the years. As the concert officially began, the energy instantly reached another level. Song after song filled Wembley with non-stop excitement. Bruno danced effortlessly, delivered flawless vocals, joked naturally with his band members, and continuously encouraged the audience to sing along with every chorus. Despite his demanding tour schedule, he never appeared tired. Every movement reflected the confidence and professionalism that have made him one of the world's most respected live performers. This is precisely why so many people continue calling Bruno Mars one of the greatest entertainers of his generation. He doesn't simply perform songs. He transforms every concert into a complete theatrical experience. Every transition feels perfectly timed. Every performance tells its own emotional story. Every interaction with the audience feels genuine rather than rehearsed. Somehow, Bruno has mastered the impossible task of making a stadium as enormous as Wembley feel surprisingly intimate, almost as if he were performing personally for every individual in attendance. Throughout the show, cameras frequently captured emotional reactions from fans across the stadium. Some cried while smiling through tears. Others wrapped their arms around loved ones as they sang every lyric together. Elderly couples stood proudly throughout the performance, refusing to sit because they didn't want to miss a single second of this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Scenes like these reveal something increasingly rare in today's entertainment industry. Bruno Mars possesses the unique ability to connect with multiple generations simultaneously. Younger audiences admire his incredible energy and charisma. Adults appreciate his exceptional musicianship and timeless songwriting. Older generations recognize the classic influences woven into his music, blending vintage soul, funk, R&B, and pop into a sound that feels both nostalgic and completely fresh. Even outside Wembley, the excitement refused to fade. Thousands of fans who were unable to secure tickets still gathered near the stadium simply to experience the atmosphere. Some listened from outside, while singing along to songs echoing from within the venue. Others celebrated together, determined to become part of this unforgettable night in whatever way they could. Events like this rarely happen in modern music. Normally, attendance gradually declines after multiple performances. Yet Wembley witnessed exactly the opposite. Every show remained packed. Tickets continued disappearing within moments. Night after night, another sea of devoted fans arrived with the same unstoppable excitement. Industry experts have often pointed to Bruno Mars' relentless pursuit of perfection as the reason behind his lasting success. Every concert is carefully crafted. Lighting, sound, choreography, stage design, visual effects, and even the smallest production details receive extraordinary attention. Bruno believes that every fan deserves an unforgettable experience, and his commitment to excellence is visible throughout every second of the performance. That dedication explains why so many fans willingly return for multiple concerts. Some have followed entire tour legs across different countries, because they know each show offers something unique. No two performances ever feel exactly the same. There is always a new surprise waiting around the corner, making every ticket feel worthwhile. As the evening continued, the atmosphere inside Wembley became even more electric. Hit after hit kept the audience on their feet. Nobody wanted to sit down. Nobody wanted to look away from the stage. Time itself seemed to disappear as the music carried everyone into a shared emotional experience. Then, during one brief pause between songs, Bruno Mars slowly looked across the glowing stadium filled with hundreds of thousands of devoted fans. Taking a deep breath, he spoke only a few heartfelt words of gratitude. Those simple words sent another wave of deafening cheers rolling across Wembley. But what happened next would become the emotional highlight of the entire evening. A surprise unfolded that left thousands of fans speechless. Many openly wept. Within hours, videos of that unforgettable moment spread across social media around the world, reigniting global conversations about Bruno Mars and reminding everyone why he continues to be one of the most beloved performers on the planet. So what exactly happened after that? Why are so many fans calling it one of the most touching moments of Bruno Mars' career? And how did hundreds of thousands of people react when the unforgettable surprise finally unfolded?